What's up, everybody? I am just about to put this Schefflera into this pot, and I figured that I would make a quick video of it because depending on how the roots look and stuff, may use some type of interesting base to put the roots and stuff on. So we need to find that out first. And I guess the first step will be preparing the actual pot. This is nice and quick. Actually, I'm probably going to do some time lapses of some of this preparation stuff, just so everybody doesn't have to sit and watch every tedious minute. Basically what I'm going to do right now is find where this is going to be about 2 squares from there. So the easiest way that I have found, you just add 2 squares, sometimes 3, I guess, depending on the size of the actual pot. Pull this through. Let's try it on the 3rd one. See how it is. Yep, that'll be fine. So what you do is you feed it through the top like that. You come out the bottom, just pin them down like a good old duotang with the tabs on it. And that's it. That's one side, and I'm going to do the same for the other. And then I'm going to put a base of these rocks in, pour out the finer rocks that I have sitting in the top of this into this, which already has a little bit in it, and those are going to fill some of the rest up. And then I have some soil already mixed up. It is about almost half sphagnum, and the other half is a probably like a 40-10 mix of some Miracle Grow potting soil and vegetable and garden soil, because it tends to have a little bit more compost in it. And I like using a mix like this of stuff when I am repotting something like this, which is technically like a tropical, and it does pretty well. It doesn't usually go into much shock or anything. I already have a couple of root over rock Scheffleras that I've done, and they were just about, I'm not going to say the easiest thing I could imagine, but they were definitely a lot easier than I was originally fearing. So I am just going to stop right now and put it on a time lapse, and just kind of do all of that stuff and prepare everything, and then I'll come back when I am taking the Schefflera out and having the roots out and taking a look at all that stuff. All right, here we go. So one thing I forgot to explain before I did all of that was feeding these wires through the bottom, and they are going to be a support system for the actually, I'm probably going to bend these back out of the way this way now that I'm done doing that. And those are going to be a support system for the plant and possibly the rock and stuff, I guess, depending on what I decide to do here. So before I put the dirt in, I figured that I would take a quick look at what I am dealing with this guy, and it seems like it's going to come out pretty easy, actually. You know what, I'm going to just loosen this guy up real quick. Give me 1.5 moment. grab my little kit here. Get my little mini spade. This guy comes in so handy. Alright. Just want to make sure that there's no roots stuck to the side or anything like that. Oh yeah, see, I already pulled something up. So don't want to damage anything too much or force it. Now, the only reason that I've decided to take this out, obviously this guy's doing pretty well in here, but there's no drainage in this pot, and I like to leave this guy outside. So I don't want to take the chance on kind of down the road it decides to start getting root rot or something because it's sitting in a bunch of funky stuff down there. Well, it's definitely attached itself to something down here. I'm assuming probably the rocks or whatever I put down here. I believe it was rocks. This was months and months ago I moved it to this pot, so oh man, there's a lot of roots going on here, and they're pretty intricate, so I don't know if I'm going to go the root over rock route. Not to be funny with my words and stuff there, but come on, oh boy. Oh, wowzers. There you go. Look at that. So, root over rock is definitely an option, especially with a long guy like that, and a couple of these longer guys. But I don't know that I'm going to go that route with it. Will it come down on the other side? It might come down on the other side. I don't think it would be enough to let it live. I don't think I'm going to go that route with it. I think what I'm going to do is let this guy be in a bunch of the soil he was already in. I'm going to put some new stuff in here. Actually, I could probably even put some of this stuff in here too. It obviously likes this, and is used to living in it, so I'm assuming the whole bottom of this is going to be a layer of rocks, because usually, especially because the lack of ability to drain it, I'm sure that I did something like that. Okay, now before I tie this thing down, what I think I'm going to do is just kind of try to get an idea of the angle I want it on. I don't know if I want it straight up. I want to do it a little bit tilted. I want to do it a little bit leaning forward, leaning back. That's kind of cool. Well, first of all, I think I want this to be the front of the pot. So I should base it on that. That's kind of cool like that. It's kind of cool like that. I don't know. I don't care that much for that. I think that looks kind of cool. I think this looks kind of cool. And I could always just go with fairly upright the way that it already was. It's kind of the thing about when you get to the repotting kind of phase, you get to kind of decide. So it would be cool to kind of off-center it a little bit, I guess. Could always bend this guy back over this way a little. kind of like that. Actually, I kind of like it leaned back a little bit like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Alright, so I'm going to feed these wires over top of each other. And for the first ones that are going to be really close, I always offset them just a little bit so the wire's not right next to the actual plant. Alright, I do them pretty kind of just finger tight. That should hold it for a second while I grab my actual pliers to tighten that tight. Okay. Give this a couple more turns. Just gonna turn this towards me for a second here. There we go. That is pretty damn tight. And now I'll just bury those like that. Now let's expose a tiny little bit of this stuff. Spread that around a little bit. Okay, now this one can be a little more offset of the root ball. Sorry, I'm not trying to put my hand in the way there. So the general idea of doing that is that now, hopefully, and I'm not trying to jinx anything here, but hopefully, no matter what I end up doing with the pot, the plant will hopefully not fall out. I don't want to jinx anything here, but yeah, there we go. You can see. So that's nice and secure in there now. That has found its home. Bury that little bit of stuff as well. All right, nice and tight. This is as good as it's gonna get for now. Hopefully these are all nice and tight underneath. Yep, those feel pretty good. All right. Okay, now I need to decide if I'm going to put anything else in here. Definitely not that big guy. Oh, a bucket of rocks that I've found that I like of different sizes and stuff. And that way, just in case in a situation like this, I end up kind of needing or wanting something, I hopefully have some options. Doesn't really look like I have a whole ton, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, maybe something like that, sticking out, half buried. Moss. Put that guy up the front. So now I'm just kind of deciding what I'm going to how I want the thing to kind of look for now, at least until things move along with it. Okay, those are potentially the ones. That guy's a little too white. Don't want anything that bright colored. That's a maybe. I have another one, kind of the same color. Yeah, maybe I'll do those in the other back corner. Alright, well, let's see here. Start with a little bit of soil. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do another little time lapse of all of this stuff. I'm not gonna make you watch the whole entire process. You'll still see it going on. So, yeah, I'll be back with you in a minute. So I got a notification apparently about some stupid update, and for some reason that cut my camera off. So I didn't realize that it cut the time lapse off while I was in the middle of doing some of the stuff, but this is the final result. Pretty sharp. So put it out here with, none of these are special, none of these cost very much money at all. These are all just things that I've done that I particularly like a lot. That's just some ivy because we're trying to kind of grow through everything. Schefflera, juniper. Yeah, those are just a couple of guys that I've done. I think there's 3, 8, 12, 15, 18. There's $18 worth of plants there. So I did not spend very much money on these at all. I got them all when they were, well, at least especially the Scheffleras. They were a lot smaller when I got them. A lot smaller. Oh, sorry, 19. I forgot. I paid $1 for the ivy. But yeah, that is that. While I'm showing stuff off, I'm just also going my little Enoki cypress here. Again, nothing fabulous, nothing mind-blowing, nothing super expensive or anything like that. Just stuff I like. Here's my other Read Over Rock Schefflera. It is exploding, as is the Molina, always, every second week. I have to trim it now. Eugenia's, Podocarpus. Oh yeah. So anyways, that's that guy. And yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope that you dig it. And I will be doing a lot more stuff like this. So stay tuned and subscribe. Thanks guys. See you later.